Good morning, it's Torte de Lini. In 7.35, alongside the release of Conda, came a new item, kind of a late game item that you all know called Parasma. And it was kind of a late game intelligence carry item that was meant to be the replacement of the old Revenant's Brooch in 7.31, I think it was. Yeah, pretty much. And essentially what the difference between Parasma and Revenant's Brooch is that Parasma is significantly cheaper and had a better passive component that was more in line with what intelligence heroes wanted, where basically anyone receiving your attacks as an intelligence hero would have their magic resistance reduced by 20%, which is not bad if I do say so myself. Essentially, like my Conda videos, I'm going to give you the top 5 heroes who excel the best at purchasing this item. So starting with the list is Storm Spirit, kind of a no-brainer upgrade to Witchblade, which is a staple item on the hero. With his ganking potential, the hero really excels at zipping in, bursting down an enemy in seconds and getting the hell pretty much out of there. Late game, his output is more geared towards initiation on the backline and shutting down heroes who tend to stray on the edge of fights. And basically Parasma is not only plays really well and combos really well with his passive on attack effect Overload, but it gives him additional intelligence for a larger mana pool to ball lightning in and out of fights, and plays off the debuff of reducing enemies' magic resistance to make you burst enemies really hard. So really, honestly, anyone who buys Witchblade on Storm Spirit, which is pretty much everyone and their mom, will naturally pick up a Parasma. It's kind of a no-brainer and why he's a great start off the list. Next is Winter Wyvern. All my homies hate this hero. She's been turned up to pretty much an 11 with being a universal attribute hero, and the recent change to items in 7.35 has made her a glass cannon that just shoots damage the size of a freaking gallbladder and that just keeps dripping damage over time. Combined with Ag Scepter, Mage Slayer, and Witchblade, turned Parasma, this hero shoots 3-pointers like, I don't know, Luke Kennard. And yes, I googled that name. No, I don't watch basketball. And pretty much this hero is just a confetti of absolute hurt for the enemy team. I mean, we're talking about extended attack range from her Arctic Burn that deals slow damage percentage over time based on your health, with Mage Slayer's damage per second on top of Witchblade's poison that also slows and deals 1x your damage when upgraded to Parasma on a hero that already gains a massive amount of damage from stats like the 25 intelligence she picks up when you buy a Mystic Staff to build into the very item we're talking about, Parasma. And each attack is magic damage, which is enhanced by Parasma's magic resistance debuff. And don't forget that the Witchblade component also makes her projectile speed faster, and it's really great for long range attacks like Winter Wyvern's Arctic Burn. So overall, this hero is just absolute pain. Millions of soldiers and players are going to therapy to suffer from the PTSD that suffered from a hero like Winter Wyvern. Definitely an annoyance, definitely an artillery ranged damage dealing hero that I cannot stress enough. I hate this hero. Witchblade's stats actually matter a lot for number 3 on our list, Outworld Destroyer, and Parasma only amplifies that further by giving a hero with great intelligence scaling and great base intelligence some even more manpower. Seriously, OD is like number 1 in base intelligence and number 2 in scaling. So an item like Parasma that bases its damage on your intelligence and your damage over time effects means it's massive value for a hero who has the most organic intelligence as the game gets later and wants to build actually more intelligence to increase his mana pool and thus his damage output with Arcane Orb as his main attack. Since Witchblade is such a great item for OD, it's pretty much the default item everybody's thinking of when they think of Witchblade. It's natural that Parasma is a great upgrade and addition to Outworld Destroyer on top of everything else that he wants. Increased attack speed, projectile speed, reducing enemies' magic resistance so you can blow them down with your ultimates, Sanity's Eclipse. Really, the fact is that OD is just a big, beefy, annoying hero to deal with. The only reason you don't get Parasma as early as possible is because you need other items to deal with, either maneuverability like a Force Staff or Hurricane Pike, or you need a disable like Sight Device is very strong on the hero, or you need some sort of protection like Black King Bar, or even Ag Scepter, which is also incredibly strong. but nonetheless, that still makes OD still a very stable hero to pick up Parasma for. No list is complete without the Queen of Witchblade, Queen of Pain, and like Winter Wyvern, she's also just super annoying to deal with because her auto attack has always been good, but now her damage over time effects have been amplified massively with her amazing combo nuking powers. These days, Queen of Pain's players are buying Mage Slayer, Witchblade, Black King Bar, and comboed well with your Shadow Strike. You can expect Queen of Pain enemies to be taking somewhere between 100 plus damage every second from just a couple of attacks. Parasma enhances that more by reducing the enemy's magic resistance even more, making that magical damage over time effect even more life-threatening. So pretty much finishing off opponents after a combo is pretty much a simple flick of the wrist for most Queen of Pain players. I definitely will be spamming this hero a lot more in the mid lane. I think she's just incredible hero that is just has everything you want in a kit, right? Great nuking abilities, an amazing blink to jump in and out of fights, a really nice Q to sustain yourself in the lane, and then now it combos even better with the fact that your auto attack is very potent. You're not just reliant on your magical spells, though they do have a low cooldown. Very strong hero, very recommended. And finally, the hero on our list of best heroes to buy Parasma for is Puck. Like all other heroes, Puck has great damage. Watch this is the best part, the phase shift. Ooh, that's pain. Yeah, so like all our other heroes, Puck has a great damage attack, but she comes with an added bonus of her Ag Shard, which you just saw, which makes farming and attacking multiple enemies while using phase shift a real lethal concern that cannot be stopped once enemies are caught inside her ultimate Dream Coil. Don't forget that it's Ag Shard that also deals bonus magical damage and an increased range every time it uses phase shift, which is then amplified by the magic resistance reduction debuff from Parasma, as well as maybe having increased magic damage output when you purchase an item, say Kayan Sanji. While everyone else on this list that I gave before deals amazing damage periodically over time to one particular enemy, Puck can dish it out to multiple enemies at the same time, and it's a great follow-up after your initiation, or even as a general deterrent from those trying to chase and lock you down. So in short, Puck is just similar to all the other heroes, but even better because of that phase shift Ag Shard combo with your ultimate. Just a really annoying hero to deal with, especially when she picks up a Maelstrom later on. By the way, Outer World mention goes to Viper, whose poison attack magic resistance reduction pairs really well with Parasma, as you can see here, and it could really use the extra mana pool that comes from the intelligence of this item. The only reason I didn't add him to the list is because he doesn't really buy this item often. It's simply because he prioritizes other items like Sight Device or Mage Slayer, and basically other items that are more necessary for the hero. It's still a really good item, just not that commonly bought for Viper. So that's a quick and easy list of just looking at int heroes and explaining why you should buy Parasma for them. Pretty obvious for most people who play Dota. Keep leaving comments to trick the algorithm that Dota is not a dead game. I received a message on YouTube actually recently that said the algorithm thinks we're hot shit. So congratulations everybody. We tricked the machines. We beat them once more before they take over. Always a happy day for all of us here at this channel, and by everyone, all of us, I mean just me. See, it says more regular viewers are choosing to watch this video, and they're watching longer than usual. Help to increase its reach on YouTube recommendation. Never saw this before in my life, so it must mean that the algorithm is deeply confused and thinks we're fucking awesome. So sweet shit, awesome shit. Okay, so with that said, let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm running out of ideas, so definitely could use some ideas that will generate more tricking videos that think we're good content makers. Have a good morning, and thanks again for watching.